Tonight, the economic shockwaves from this conflict are hitting American families and small businesses harder than anyone expected. Let's go straight to our correspondent on the ground in Israel with the latest developments. Good morning. And just within the last hour, President Trump has delivered what can only be described as a direct challenge regarding the Strait of Hormuz. His message to nations struggling to secure oil was blunt. First, buy American. The United States has more than enough supply. And second, show some backbone. Go to the Strait and secure it yourself. His exact words, "You have to fight for yourself." A stunning departure from decades of American military protection over global shipping lanes. The message was clear. America will no longer serve as the world's oil security guard. Go get your own. Meanwhile, the Pentagon confirmed strikes on an Iranian ammunition storage facility using bunker-buster munitions. The Wall Street Journal was first to report this. And the military has now released footage showing an extraordinary level of destruction at that site. As the U.S. and Israel intensify their joint military pressure, President Trump is simultaneously extending an olive branch, offering Tehran a diplomatic path forward. But on the ground, the situation is deteriorating. Two separate missile waves targeted central Israel this morning, including cluster munition strikes. Aimed directly at Tel Aviv. Israeli forces are also engaged in active combat against Hezbollah, deep inside southern Lebanon. The human cost is mounting. Dozens killed in recent days alone. And Defense Minister Katz has just announced Israel is now developing its own bunker-penetrating weapon system. 4 more soldiers lost their lives yesterday, then bringing this week's death toll to 10. On Monday, the funeral was held for one of them, a young man, just 19 years old. President Trump's position remains dual-track. Diplomacy is on the table for Iran's leadership, but officials warn if Tehran refuses, this war will escalate significantly. We've now seen strikes hitting Gulf states and Israel simultaneously. The critical question tonight is this: how does the current volume of attacks compare to 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, even 3 weeks ago? And the answer is encouraging. The joint U.S.-Israeli campaign against Iranian military infrastructure has been remarkably effective. New footage just released by U.S. Central Command shows precision strikes against missile production facilities. The strategy is clear. President Trump has ordered a systematic dismantling, targeting both leadership and manufacturing capability. The goal: ensure Iran can no longer threaten American forces or allied nations in the region. But here's the challenge. Iran is a vast country, and that is precisely why airstrikes continue on nearly an hourly basis. And despite this sustained pressure, Iranian forces still retain the ability to launch drone attacks,